Howdy, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Monday afternoon, May 23rd, the weekend before Memorial Day. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you successful currency traders and lead you to the path of financial independence. We do that by teaching you how to trade using our proprietary trading tools, which are very, very accurate. And we supplement that with what we consider to be the best in the business, one-on-one personalized training, which we think is really the only effective way to learn currency trading. There is lots of stuff out there. In fact, too much stuff to digest. Our indicators have been around now for 24 years. They've got a very long track record. Once you learn how to use them, they're very simple. And I'm going to demonstrate that tonight. So with that, let's get going. We need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker. We make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that I love about our program, and I think you should also like about our program, is that we do these live trades. We have an experienced trader come online while you watch. They do their analysis. So it's a teaching moment. And then they recommend a trade. And that is so that you can verify the accuracy for yourself once you've learned how to read the indicators like we have. You'll be able to replicate what we do. When you're in the light program, there's kind of a scaled down access. We're at the Monday evening trade at 6:30. We'll be at it again tomorrow morning at 6:30 in the morning Eastern time. But when you are in the regular member, we do a live trade in addition to what you've got access to in the yellow. We do a live trade in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is a 30-minute trade. We do a live trade in the evening at 6 p.m. Oops, this shouldn't be on a Friday. It's only Monday through Thursday, so let's delete that guy. And then we also do a trade in the evening at 10 p.m. where it's morning time in Australia, so we're trading Australian pairs. And then there's also an additional paid session. So lots of opportunities to watch successful traders trade. And as I said, they give you, while we're teaching you to fish, we give you a fish, so we keep you fed. So this is a very big benefit while you're learning to trade. You just copy the trades we're doing, and you'll be way ahead of the game. So with that, I work off of a checklist. Before we come on, I make sure my green charts and my MetaTrader 4 are connected. I did that. In fact, I rebooted the entire computer just to make sure that we wouldn't have any issues. Good habit at the end of every day is to review your trades, not only your trades, but what you've done in the day. It's about continuous improvement, and if we can make small incremental changes, always get better. We will lead a very good life. So when I'm reviewing yesterday's trades, I am specifically trying to figure out if I took a certain trade, why didn't it do? And it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Why didn't it do? And you'll see, so say last week we missed one of the trade setups I set out. Well, the trade did what I thought it was going to do, but it was off by a few points. So I was a little too aggressive on how many points I was taking there. So it's good to sit down and try to know. So the read was good. My analysis was just a little bit off in terms of what was there. As we are technical traders, we want to know what news is coming about that might impact the currency pairs we're trading. So to do that, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories. Yellow is low impact. We don't worry about those. Orange is medium impact. I generally don't worry about those. Red is high impact, and I do worry about those. And ideally, I want to be out of the market before 2 hours before a red item. Any trade we take tonight, if we trade on the euro, it will be done before 3:30 in the morning. One thing I thought was a little curious is we got Fed Chairman Powell speaking tomorrow at 12:20, and he usually is a red item. So I'm not quite sure why he isn't here, but I would be careful of this. Of Fed Chairman Powell speaking, because he's got the ability to move the market. So with that, we don't really have anything we need to worry about other than this 3:30 item, and I'll be thinking about that as whatever trade we're taking. If you took last night or this night, tonight's trade setup, it was a pending buy stop. Market right now is going the other way, so it hasn't engaged yet. So this might impact that, but right now I'm standing by my read. So with that, let us go take a look at the charts, and we are going to look for the setup, which is step one. And when I look for the setup, I'm going to work off of this light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's giving me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. And we've got 20 minutes left in the hour. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point trade, where we are basically looking for all the lines to line up. And we do that. I start with the middle section of the chart. Now, this is one of a dozen different trades or signals that we have. This is the one I prefer. When we get you into coaching, we go over the various signals and find one that resonates with you, and then we build a trade plan around it. So this is the one that resonates with me. I like it. I find the 5-and-1 scalp is a little too much work for me. I'd rather try to get, my goal is to get 30 pips a day. And when I do, I'm basically happy. I'm doing well. Today I had an exceptional day. I got 87 pips. I got about 45 of those before I woke up in the morning. So that makes it especially nice. So here I am starting with the middle section of the chart. Uh, and I am looking, the red and green lines are the majors. The black and gray lines are the minors. I am looking for situations where uh, uh, these lines are either above the blue line, which is the overbought line. If we're overbought, that means it's a good opportunity to sell, and I'm looking for them to be pointed down. Or I'm looking for situations where these lines are below the red line and pointing up. In this case, we are more than halfway through the channel. When we get halfway through the channel, based on how I like to trade, I pass on it. I want to catch it before it's halfway through the channel, so that way I can get a good run on it. Usually off of a 1 hour chart, the trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And I ideally am looking for a 10 pip trade. So here we're more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. Euro USD, we are more than halfway, so I'm going to pass here too. So this signal has changed a little bit since I looked at it half hour ago. But I wasn't looking just at the hour chart. I was looking more at the day chart to take it. So we're getting a little push down here. Right now at this time of day, I am not going to take a trade on the Euro USD off of the hour chart because it's non-prime time. I would consider taking AUD USD because it's entering morning time in Australia. But as I said, we're more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. Pound USD. This is a nice setup. We're overbought. Everybody's going down, and there's nice steepness on the green line. Red line is crossed over the green line. Black line is crossed over the gray line. So I've got 3 points here. 1, that we're overbought. 2, that everybody's going down. And 3, I've got the double cross. Plus, I got the little bonus that I like the steepness of the lines. 2 orange lines are going down. So then once I have all 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. My TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are consistent with the sell signal I'm seeing here. 2 orange lines coming down. 2 blue lines. The blue lines are inversely related. 2 blue lines going up. All 4 telling me sell. So I've got the first part is good. The second part is good. One of the great things is each of these sections is measuring something different. Third part here, the pressure. I've got up pressure, but the red line is crossed on top. I want either the lines going down or I want the red on top, and I got that. So I've got 8 points here. But again, I am not going to take a trade because it is it's midnight or 12:30 in London, and it's evening here in the U.S. When it's non-prime time, which when I say non-prime time, I'm talking about non-morning. In one of these markets, I find the indicators aren't as accurate. Plus, I don't want to wait. I just, on a trade like this, I want to know that I'm able to get in and out. And I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to take a trade off of a 1 hour chart when it's not prime time. But in terms of the signal, this is a nice signal. Same here, USD Canadian. This is a nice signal. Oversold, everybody's going up, nice steepness to the lines. All 4 guys up here. We don't have the pressure, though, yet. We don't have the pressure. It is going sideways. The lines are converging, but I don't get a point out of my pressure, so I wouldn't take this trade. If this were morning time, I would take this trade. Well, if this were morning time, I would take this trade, Euro or Pound USD. This one isn't quite ready yet. I'm going to skip the USD CHF and, let's take a look at the USD JPY because it's morning in Japan. We're overbought. Everybody's going down. We're just at the halfway mark, so I'm going to consider this because it's on this side of the halfway mark. We've got the double cross, reds on top, grays, blacks on top. I'm not concerned that the minors have run through the channel. That's okay with me. I'm more interested in where the majors are, and the majors are a little less than halfway. So when I pop up to my TNTs, the thin orange is telling me sell, and the thick dotted blue is telling me sell. When blue goes up, that means sell. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 4 of the. I want a minimum of 3 of the 4. So since I don't have 3 of the 4, that's enough to kick it out of my consideration. And I do have pressure. I've got sideways pressure with red on top. So usually the pressure is the hard one to get, not the TNTs. But I'm going to pass on this. But I do like again, the steepness of this line is very good. I like this. But I have my setup. I have my rules. If I don't see it, I pass. And that is being able to wait for your setup is one of the keys to being able to do this successfully. So as you start to learn it and you pick a create a trade plan to trade with, then to go back and test and back test so that you go through and you say you get to be able to recognize when you see it, you know it's a good trade and you're confident that you're going to take it. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart and I've made a second chart. And with this second chart, it's primarily non-US pairs. So with non-US pairs, let's see what we've got. Euro, pound. We've got inconsistency here. The majors are sideways, minors are still going down. AUD, JPY. This is prime time for both of these guys, but we're past the halfway mark. So I'm going to pass. But again, notice the nice green steepness here. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. I've got sideways pressure with red on top, and the green line is going down. So this is a nice setup. But again, my hesitancy is we're more than halfway. So I don't know how much more in the move there is. And I like to catch it if I can catch it up here. So you can see if I caught this up here. Come on. You know, that was worth 17 pips. Actually, 22 pips if you got all the way down on the candle. So how many more pips there are, I don't know. So let us Euro Canadian majors are sideways, minors are going up, so we're going to wait. AUD, NZD, we're overbought and going up, so nothing there. Pound yen, overbought, everybody's going down. That's good. 2 oranges are going down, 2 blues are going up. So I got all 4 here. I've got 3 here, overbought, going down, double cross, and I've got the red line on top. So I've got 7 points. 1 here, 3 here, 4 here. And it is prime time for the yen. So let us, once we see the setup, then I want to do a confirmation for the entry. And my confirmation for the entry is I'm going to go to a full chart of the pound yen. So that full chart of the pound yen is I've got the 6 different time periods on here. A 2-minute, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, and a 4 hour in a day. And what I'm interested in is I'm interested in where the majors and minors are on the 2 hour, and where the majors and minors are on the 4 hour. And if I've got a overbought situation, I want to see that the lines on the 2 hour are overbought and the lines on the 4 hour are overbought. I don't expect them to actually be going down. In this case, that's kind of an added benefit. You can see on the 4 hour, on the 2 hour, the lines aren't quite as steep as they are on the 1 hour. And on the 4 hour, they're even less steep. So this is kind of more at a, I don't know, a 60-degree angle. And so the difference in steepness, so they're all going down. So I've got confirmation in my setup that if for some reason this changes, I'm still going to get the trade off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour. It's just going to take longer to execute. Here, I expect this trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. I also have the pressure in agreement. We've got up pressure with green on top, up pressure with green on top. And you can see the green line here is going from more steep to less steep, more steep to less steep. And this line in another hour or so is going to be closer to horizontal. It's going to be closer to this than it is to this. So I like what I'm seeing here. Once I like what I'm seeing there, then the question is, what's the trade worth? So let's see, what's the trade worth? And to figure out what the trade is worth, I'm going to look at these 4 guys: the trend, the support and resistance, and the channel. So we'll open up another chart. And on this chart, what I want to do is, I should change this. I want to see just the candles. And when I see just the candles, I want to know where the support and resistance is and what the trend is. Support and resistance are spots where the market, where the candles seem to have naturally stopped. And I'm going to crunch up the candle, or crunch this up so that I can take a look at it a little bit better. And I'm going to lock this and then put this up here. And I'm going to, by having more points, it lets me get a more precise spot as to where the stops are. So it's stopping. Let me we can see it's stopping in here a little bit, stopped in here a little bit, stopped in here a little bit, over here, over here, over here. So I'm going to drop a few of these lines above and below where the current price is. On the Euro USD, this tends to be about 30 pips apart. On the yen, it's going to probably be a little bit more. So kind of right in here, 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 in here. So these spots are going to help me figure out where how many pips I can get out of this trade. And again, my interest is getting in and out quickly. So since the candles seem to stop naturally at these spots, I want to know where they are so I can take profit within them. You know, we're going to take one more up above. Come on. It's a little bit of an art to do this. right in here, and right here, in here. So let's pull it back out so we can see it a little bit better. And we were looking at you know what, I'm going to save this because let's see. Rename. We're going to call it Great Britain Pound JPY Support and Resistance. I don't know why it didn't name it up here though. Now what we're looking at. I want to go back and look at this guy. I should have saved it too. I hate that you got to go back and do this. Let's see. Let's I want to rename it. Rename. Oh. Sorry. Rename. Six. So we're looking at a sell. So sell on the Great Britain Pound, JPY. Now we're going to go back to our guy here. And it hasn't remembered it. Why didn't it do that? I'm sorry. Didn't we just save this? This is kind of annoying me. Pound, JPY, SR2. Let's try that. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why this isn't doing it, but we'll figure it out later. See if we can get this trade before we. And I want. We got to do this thing again. All right, so we're trading into, so going back to our, we want to know what the trend is, where the support and resistance are. So we've got the support and resistance in here. We're trading into an uptrend over the last 3 days. In fact, over the last almost 2 weeks, it's an uptrend. It went up. There was a little pullback, but it's going back up. So now the question is, what's it worth? So I'd like to know how many pips we've got from here to the support line. 40 pips, 39 pips. And up here, it's 33 pips. That's a bit much. That is a bit much. I want to draw another line in here. Normally a trade on an hour chart's worth 30, 40 pips. So we've got some stopping in here. We've got some stopping in here. So this is 33 pips up. And delete. We're actually on a new candle now. $15 pips down. So 15 pips down. So when I'm taking a sell trade into a buy trend, I'm going to take less pips. Now my question is, we got 15 pips on the outside. Let me take a look at, I'm going to go back here. Wow. It's gone through the halfway mark. We still have it here and here. Let's go ahead and take a trade on the pound yen. We're going to take a sell for 9 pips. 9 pips. So you can do that in your simulator, or if we go to CoinEx or whatever MetaTrader 4 you're using, I'm going to open up a pound yen, which I already have here. I am going to, if I don't have it, I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and then found pound yen, which is going to be in this third grouping here, pound yen. Open it up. I'm going to go to the second row. I'm going to go to New Order. This is a demo account that's got $7,900 in it. So I am going to move this decimal spot over 4 spots. So I've got 0.79. I'm going to round that up to 0.8. And I am not going to worry about my stop loss or take profit. I'm going to take a sell by market. Let's just see what the spread is real quick. The spread is 3 pips. Ooh, 2 pips. All right, 2 pips. We'll take a trade on a 2 pip spread. Sell. It records it. Once it records it, I right click anywhere along the line. I go to modify. On modify, I'm going to put in 90 here. 90 is 90 points is 9 pips. We're going to use a 4 times stop loss. So if I'm going for 90 pips, I'm going to have a 36 pip stop loss. 36 pips is 360 points. If I click the red button, it does the math for me. If I click the blue button, it does the math for me. Then I go to modify, and it drops in my take profit. So we took a sell using the 10-point trade on the pound yen with a take profit of 160.718, and a stop loss of 160 161.167. 161.167. And that was today's trade. Let's see if we got any questions. You will find it in the down menu list. All right. I will thank you for that. Let's see what else we've got here. Hi there. Donna, or Donnie. Donnie and Donna. Okay. I want you to call me tomorrow. Call me tomorrow. And you can call me at 781-839-0896. I need to talk to you to figure out what exactly is going on. Do I have guests? Yes, we do have guests. Today we don't. Next week we will not be trading on Monday because it's Memorial Day. No trading next Monday because it's Memorial Day. But we will try to have a guest that following Monday. One of our guest coaches. All right, gang. Thanks so much for being here. We're going to do this again tomorrow morning, and I would expect this trade to close within the next hour or so. All right. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.